Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, I'm Tony. I've got stage 3 rectal cancer and I'm fighting it alternatively. Uh, Everybody's been asking for an update, and so today's the day for an update. I've got some exciting new stuff that I'm trying. Um, we'll go over that towards the end. I'll give you guys my current protocol of what I'm using for curing my rectal cancer. I think I stumbled onto something that is actually very positive, very promising. We just got back from Hawaii. You've probably seen the pictures or the videos that I've been sporadically posting from Hawaii. It was a good time and I learned a lot, and I may have got something out of it that I've been looking for. One of you posted, hey, going to Hawaii might give you that uh, something you need to cure. And you may have been right. So before we get started, I did get my coins in. See if you can see them here. The challenge coins, the I shall beat this, and it gives a bunch of encouragement around it. It shows the YouTube channel. If you were wanting one of these, they're $20 a piece. You can go to my Facebook page, Tony's Everyday Life, and we can communicate there. If you want one of those, I'll get them shipped out to you. Like I said, Hawaii was a blast. It was our 25th wedding anniversary. That's what we celebrated. My wife wants to go back immediately, but she's going to have to wait just a little bit. We're going to actually, for her birthday, that is one of the things I'm getting her. It's not till October, but I already spilled the beans, got us plane tickets to go back in January. So let's start with how I'm feeling. Right now, I'm at the point where this next time I get scanned, if it's growing, I got to do something drastic. The stress it got to the point where I was ready to have surgery 2 weeks ago. I don't want surgery, but that is the option that they have on the table for me. Of course, I just watched a video just right before doing this video, and a researcher suggests that 50% of colorectal patients have a reoccurrence after having chemo and radiation and surgery. They still have a 50% reoccurrence rate. And the reason being is stem cells. So maybe what I'm doing is, well, let me go back. The stem cells, they didn't kill the stem cells is what it comes down to, because you can't. So what I'm doing, maybe it's just to prolong it and make it to where I can get to the point where I can get that part taken care of. I don't know. I've seen another research where they're taking, I think it's a stem cell as well, but they had 12 participants and all 12 actually cured. That right there is insane. I think they had a lot less success rate with the COVID vaccine, and they pushed that through immediately and told everybody to get it. And why can't we do that with cancer treatments? If we have something that's showing 12 out of 12 are curing from whatever they did, why did that not get pushed through immediately? So that way US citizens, people across the world, can continue to live and live without being mutilated, I should say, or having to go through chemo and radiation. I mean, all this stuff is rough on people. They have something that worked, and we're not just pushing it through like they did a COVID vaccine. So whatever your stance is on that, I did not get vaccinated. I'm not a believer in that one, but there's something that's wrong with the fact that they were able to push that through, but not to save people's lives with something they know is actually working. All right, so let's get to what I'm currently doing. I'm still doing the coral calcium 3 a day. The curcumin, I do 3 of these a day. The green tea extract, I do 3 a day. And when I say 3 a day, that's morning, noon, night. So at dinner. Um, I do dandelion root extract now. This is the liquid form I get off of Amazon. And my daughter kept saying, Dad, you need to look into dandelion. Look into dandelion. I did. And sure enough, there's a study shows that dandelion root is helping cure rectal cancer. The graviola, I take this. It's the 7,500 milligrams. I take that one 3 times a day. I take my clear lungs, one of those 3 times a day. 1 turkey tail mushroom now, 3 times a day. 2 of my Centrum. I know a lot of people say, oh, your Centrum, you gotta get rid of your Centrum. You know what, this stuff dissolves. I think it's fine. The berberine, I still take 3 of those a day. I did switch up to the Happy Healing fenbendazole tabs. I do 4 of these 3 times a day. This one and my Scenair Labs both tested about the same. But, I mean, everybody's using these. I don't think it's helping me with the rectal cancer. But I don't want to stop because I do believe after having my CAT scans for the last 5 months, not showing any metastasizing, I think they're doing something. Still do CBD at night. I do the 1 capsule of this. I put into a capsule. This one is, well, originally I was using Sweet Pea CBD, which you can order online. I have a friend that grew a bunch of CBD flower. I've extracted the CBD and made my own now. It's a lot cheaper for me. Still doing the CBG. The CBG, I'm still doing the 3 capsules, 1 3 times a day. I've also been doing the ivermectin. This is the human grade, of course. It's little squares go under your tongue. I think they're 40 milligrams, if I'm not mistaken. And then whenever I have an empty stomach, so when I get up, midway to lunch, midway to dinner, sometimes at night, I'll take 2 of these serapeptase. That's supposed to help shed the tumor, help with kidney, liver. So this next one is the new one. And this is what I learned in Hawaii. So we rented a VRBO, and the owners of it just happened to be the owners of the rental company, and they live right behind the cottage that we rented. And this one is something that almost every single person probably has in their kitchen. So the guy he's 74 years old. He's an old surfer from Australia. Been surfing his whole life up to last year. And he has melanomas. He was showing me his skin cancers, and they were all pink. And he told me that his ear, they were getting ready to cut off the tip of his ear, and he used this treatment that he told me about. And you look at his ear and it's perfectly fine. So what is it, right? Right here. Baking soda. So he takes baking soda and coconut oil, and I just happen to have my MCT oil. And he mixes it up into a peanut buttery type of paste, smears it on his skin wherever he has a cancer spot, and in about 3 weeks of doing that daily, he said it disappears. He told me, cancers are acidic, which they are, and he said the baking soda just neutralizes it and kills it. I said, well, that's kind of interesting. And he said, you ought to try it and see, just stick it up there and see if it takes care of it. I said, well, I'm going to research it a little bit, but I'm probably going to do that. So I've done this for about a week now. I have seen some changes almost immediately. Like the second time we did this, I had a burst of energy. And I don't understand that. I don't know if we killed the cancer, so I got more energy, or if it was just me. No clue. But that's what I did notice. And I think I'm feeling different changes in my body. I know it's hard to explain, but sometimes when you just feel better, it's a good sign. Like I said, I was to the point a couple weeks ago that I did not know that I wanted to continue doing my alternative treatment, and I was pretty much ready for surgery. And I am okay with the surgery if it has to happen. I just, why do it if you can't or don't have to? Just like this researcher said, 50% of colorectal patients have a reoccurrence because the stem cells are not killed in the treatment. So like I said, maybe I'm buying time, maybe I'm curing it. I don't know yet. I am going to look into these studies and see if I can get into any of them if I'm not going to have the surgery. See if I test for what they need, because there are certain things you got to test for, and your body, your DNA has to be a certain way, and it doesn't fight the cancer itself. So that's why. But anyway, back to this. What we're doing, I've tried making suppositories, and it's just a little too rough. Going in, going out isn't so bad, but going in just like sandpaper. I have a way to inject it, and I will do a video on that. So keep in mind that video's coming as well soon. But basically, it's an applicator, and that I had to modify a little bit, fill it about a third full, and put it in past the anal verge, inject, pull it out, and hold this in as long as you can. I did some research. Research shows that baking soda applied to a cancer tumor, it does kill the tumor. And it also helps with metastatic stuff. So growth. So I've got really high hopes for this. If you have rectal cancer and you can reach your tumor, I highly recommend looking into this, because who says it won't help? Or if you have skin cancer, make that peanut butter paste, put it on, see what happens. I have nothing to lose really, and it's non-toxic. I did go to the cardiologist yesterday or the day before, and the cardiologist, we went over everything that I'd been taking. She said, no problems, nothing you're taking is going to hurt you. And they also said my heart was strong, and that I was probably the healthiest person other than cancer that she was going to talk to all day. Now, some of you are saying, well, you can change your diet. You can change your diet, make it alkali. You can make your diet alkali, but what I've been researching, what I've been reading, you cannot change your body's chemistry. Your body will fight tooth and nail to keep it at the pH it wants. And any additional alkalinity, any additional acidity will go out your urine. So, yeah, you could take and drink this, all that. It's not going to change anything. What's changing for me is that I'm putting it directly on the tumor, and I believe that to be the way that it can cure. So do that. Don't do that. Research it. Remember, I'm not a doctor. I'm doing what's right for me, what I feel is right, what I feel is going to cure, and just relaying everything to you guys. Other than that, that's the quick update. Like I said, I was thinking about surgery immediately, almost. I was having some pains. I was having some issues. After I started this, I am back on track to where I am feeling strong, and I am feeling like I can beat this. without surgery. So I think we're on the right path. I'm waiting on the surgeon's assistant or nurse to call me and schedule the next flex sig and MRI, and of course that'll tell us everything. And until then, I really won't have much more for answers. The only thing I'm hoping for right now is that I continue to increase energy, continue to improve down below, and maybe I start feeling this, and we'll just see what happens. So stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe and keep checking back, and we'll see what happens. And hopefully next one I do, or in a month or so, I say, hey, guess what? This all worked, or something did. At this point in time, I'm not worried about what worked as long as something works. So you guys have a great day, and we'll be talking to you again soon.